Stay tuned for this episode of Artful. We're bringing you an insider's look into the Juried Student Art Exhibition. Welcome to Artful. I'm your host, Alicia Jamani. Today we'll be discovering the world of fine art and chatting about some of Lindenwood's most talented artists. I'm joined now by Steve Heineman, a graphic designer and a graduate assistant for the art department. Welcome to the show, Steve.
Thanks, Alicia.
So tell me something about the Juried Student Art Exhibition.
Okay, well, the Juried Student Show is basically the biggest show that the art department has every year. It's purposely set at the end of the year because by that time the students have learned just about everything they're going to learn from each classes they've taken, so they can enter pieces they've made either in class or on their own time using those skills. And it's not, most of the exhibitions we have here are usually just one or two artists, but this one it involves everybody.
So does it involve every student from the art department specifically, or?
Studio arts. Any student involved in a studio arts class can enter their work from that class, which includes, ceramics, printmaking, computer and graphic arts, drawing, painting, all that stuff.
Okay, so how are you involved in this exhibition?
I'm a graduate assistant that I work in the print lab for the computer and graphic arts department. And other than getting the web presence for this show ready to go, all I really did was enter a couple pieces into it and take pictures.
Cool. So what kind of award did you win in the Juried Student Exhibition?
I won an award for third place in graduate photography for my picture of a couple of bullet holes. And I was supposed to win another award, which was going to be second place in computer art, but it was for the undergrads. And
not for the graduates.
Yeah, the jurors didn't know, and but everybody else that was giving out the awards knew, so they were just like, we're not giving you the award. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. As long as I get my work shown, I'm cool with it.
So each of this category was for undergrad and graduate students?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had, it was way more undergrads than grads, and it usually is that way. But we tried to have enough so that we could have three place winners for each.
So of all the pieces that were submitted, did a lot of people pieces get rejected, or?
Oh yeah.
Did most of them make it?
This was the first year I've entered, but each year I've been involved with it somehow, and I know that each year the number of submissions is just overwhelming. Like this year, they had to cut, I would say, about half of the total submissions. So just making it into the show was difficult in itself.
So tell me something about the jurors. Who were the judges that decided which will make it into the show and who will win, basically?
Oh man, I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that question.
Why? Were you one of the judges?
No. I kind of walked in on them judging the pieces because I needed to take pictures of the pieces. And when we did that, they were still halfway through judging them. They hadn't even picked winners yet. But I didn't get a chance to introduce myself or find out who they were. They were supposed to be secret.
So I've heard it was from the foundry down on the riverside, but I was just curious, maybe some of our teachers and professors were involved in it.
Probably. I know the decision to take away my award was definitely the teachers. Yeah.
Oh God, because the juror probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, they didn't
that it
know.
Was an undergrad.
It wasn't their fault.
Okay, good. So let's talk about some of your art pieces. You said you submitted a printmaking piece.
A photography piece.
A photography piece and a printmaking piece.
No.
Just photographies.
One photography and one computer art.
Okay.
I originally submitted 5 pieces. Only 2 of them made it in. The first piece that made it in was the photo. I called it Holes because it was a picture of bullet holes. And for that piece, on a camping trip, me and my buddies just took a few shots at an old CB radio, and I took a macro lens, got really close up on it, and took pictures of the holes. And some of those shots looked really cool.
Where'd you get the bullets from?
Where did I get the bullets from? Walmart?
Oh, did you?
I guess.
So now let's move on to and talk about some of the pieces that were in the show. Let's talk about sculpture, because I think that was the highlight of the Juried exhibition. So tell me something about the timber pandemonium here. Who was it made by?
It was made by Elizabeth Litzow, an undergrad, and she won first place for this sculpture. I heard some of the students talking about it, and they said that it was a challenge more than an assignment in a class that they had, and it was to like build something that would keep a marble moving for more than 30 seconds. And obviously that one takes pretty long for the marbles to come down, and I could tell she put a lot of work into that.
Yes. I wish we could ask her how much exactly time she took to make all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on and talk about the next piece, which is also a sculpture piece. It's a cow head, which is not showing up. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
So who did that? Is that an undergrad or graduate student working on?
That's another undergrad. That piece is called The Great White Buffalo.
Oh, wow.
And it was made by a guy named Frank Ironfoot McGee. He's definitely a one-of-a-kind guy. He said it took about 7 or 8 months to make this piece. He said he got a buffalo skull from a friend and coated it in some kind of metal, and then he got ox horns and bronzed them, and then like chromed it up, and that's what came out. And for the show, he came dressed up as Indiana Jones and put on a little show for everybody.
Did he win at all for this piece?
Yeah, he won third place in
for sculpture.
Yeah.
And the timber pandemonium was the first place.
Was first place.
And they were both undergraduate, right? Gotcha. So now let's talk about the drawing pieces that made into the Juried Art Exhibition. I know a lot of people submitted it, but not a lot made into the show.
Yeah, I personally did not enter any drawing pieces because I can't draw. But I know a lot of people from the print lab tried to enter drawing pieces, and a lot of them got cut. Like there were a lot of drawing pieces compared to everything else.
Let's talk about painting.
Painting?
Yeah. What do you know someone who put in their artwork for painting?
A guy by the name of Mitch Byrer, who painted this piece right here, the big blue one.
Yeah.
Which is by far the biggest painting piece that we had.
In the whole exhibition.
Yeah, he won first place in painting, and the piece was, he said it was untitled because it was kind of like a self-portrait, because it was really, he used himself as the basis for the body, but it was really a piece expressing his experiences over college, like it was supposed to be a show of all the emotions he experienced. So I could tell that he put his heart and soul into that piece.
Gotcha. Now, I know there was a Best in Show award placed in the show as well. Who got the Best in Show, Steve?
That was the infamous Gara Lacey, who got a lot of controversy and fame for her exhibition that was held here a couple weeks ago.
And that was her thesis exhibition, right?
Yeah,
for the MFA.
Her nude photos and paintings and stuff.
Right. So Steve, what was the favorite piece that you liked? What was your favorite piece in the show?
Oh man, that's hard. There was
Let me narrow it down.
Okay.
Tell me a favorite piece in the show. In sculpture?
Sculpture.
Painting.
Painting.
Computer art.
Okay.
And then photography.
Okay. For sculpture, I would say the Timber Pandemonium.
For sure, I like that too.
I mean, I must have rolled a marble through there like 10 times by now. It's just so fun to watch.
And play with.
Yeah, yeah. Painting, I would have to say Mitch's piece, because I just thought that was really cool, and he said he changed it a lot over time, and you can see where it used to be orange and it used to be red as well as blue. Computer art, I'm just gonna say mine, because I really liked my movie poster.
But unfortunately, it didn't make it.
Yeah, that was the one that my award got taken away from. But I also have to talk about my buddy Charlie Gaines. He entered a few pieces into computer art, and he's been a student here for a while. He's an insane cartoonist.
Did he win at all?
Yes, he won first place in graduate computer art for his piece called Emergence of Me. It was supposed to be like his self-portrait.
Oh, nice.
Piece.
Photography.
Photography. I would have to say, I guess I would have to say Gara's piece, because not the one that won Best in Show, but the one that won first place in graduate photography. It was called Tomb Dust, and I could tell she put a lot of work into composing that shot. Like, it looked like, it looked crazy. It looked crazy.
I did miss one category, printmaking.
Printmaking. That has got to be the one category that I know absolutely nothing about. I've never taken a printmaking class at Lindenwood.
Right.
But I know a few people that entered printmaking pieces. And they
You probably picked them as their
Yeah, Colin Adams, who's a senior, entered a lot of pieces from his senior show. He does a lot of baseball art. They look pretty cool.
Okay, so tell me about how long this exhibition is going to last for.
I need to find that out too. I'm pretty sure it's going to last until at least May, the beginning of May.
And I know that the opening was this past Sunday. What was the turnout? Did a lot of people come? How was the reception?
This was the first opening I've actually been to for the Juried show. But there were a lot of people. Like, there were, I would say, at least 50 people. 50, 60.
An unexpected amount of number.
Yeah, like it was enough to fill the gallery while everyone was in there looking.
Well, good. So the turnout was really nice. Well, thank you so much for coming to this show, Steve. It was a pleasure to have you. And that's it for this edition of Artful. I'll see you guys next time.